Hello everyone, in today's episode, the 1 Year Life Challenge, we're going to talk about health and 8 things you need to throw away from your life immediately to get the best health you deserve. Hello everyone, today I want to talk about health. What a great topic. When you feel good, you do good, and it is that simple. I know there's been periods of my life where I've just not been healthy, and my behaviours have replicated that. I have not had healthy behaviours, both internally and externally, and I've treated people poorly when I've felt poorly about myself. So we really need to knuckle down on this, and today is going to be very simple because I'm not asking you to do anything, to add anything. We're simply going to have to remove some things. We're going to talk about 8 things we're going to remove from our lives in order to become the healthy versions we deserve. Where the body is our temple and our consciousness is encased in this flesh. You know, as I say in my quote, that we're a meat-covered skeleton. But it is more important than that. It's our vehicle. It carries our consciousness through the world. The better the vehicle, the more of the world you see. As always, I want to begin with a quote on this subject, and that quote is, "Health is a state of complete harmony of the body, mind and spirit. When one is free from physical disabilities and mental distractions, the gate of the soul opens." B.K.S. Langer. I'll read this one more time. "Health is a state of complete harmony of the body, mind and spirit. When one is free of physical disabilities and mental distractions, the gate of the soul opens." This is so important. Being a spiritual being is not just in this little walnut-shaped brain which has evolved through 14 billion years of creation and evolution. It's more. It's your entire being, and you quite often see people choose. You see geeks and jocks is pretty much how the world's defined by every 80s movie I ever saw. The geeks are the guys who spend time on the brain, and the jocks are the ones who spend time on the muscles. It doesn't have to be like that. Balance is what's important. So, for me, when I look back on my life and I think about some of the ways I either treated people or treated myself, they went hand in hand. The periods of my life where I wasn't doing the right things for myself, for example, I was in the wrong job, chasing the wrong things with the wrong people, and then I think, well, during that period, how was I treating myself? And during that period, I wasn't eating well, wasn't meditating, and I wasn't doing the right things for myself. So it's interesting, the external world, I hurt the external world and I hurt the internal world. So as the Buddha said, you, above all beings manifest in the universe, deserve your own love and compassion first. It's important to know that when you love yourself and you look after yourself, the ability to help others manifest and grows. And a lot of people say to me, well, I've got no time for myself, I've got to look after the kids, got to look after my older sister, got to look after my parents. Great. If that is your core belief on how you want to live your life, then go to the gym right now, because when you start getting more healthy, you will help them exponentially more. And I fundamentally believe that. Now I have spent a fair while on my health and I feel better about myself. It's so easy. It really is a momentum shift. And like I said about balance, once your mind loves you, your body loves you, you can't help but look after yourself. Start saying no to all that stuff, and I want to go through 8 things in particular we're going to say no to from now on. So the first thing I want to say no to is artificial sweetener. So when I first decided that I wanted to get healthier, I decided that sugar was a problem. Now, sugar is a huge problem. In fact, the tobacco industry learned a lot from the sugar industry on the studies they've hidden in regards to how harmful it is. In fact, the sugar industry is insidious. They have been selling this high-fat diet being a killer for years when they knew it was wrong, because they know if we remove high-fat being a killer, we look for the killer, we find sugar every single time. Now, once again, in order to continue sales, because if we don't have sales, who knows what's going to happen, we might all be healthy, artificial sweetener was introduced. So the first thing we're going to drop is artificial sweetener. Now, artificial sweetener is a opt-out clause. People say, well, not having sugar, so I'll have artificial sweetener. Artificial sweetener is insidious because whilst it doesn't hold the same calories as sugar, your body doesn't understand artificial sweetener, and the way it doesn't understand a lot of artificial things. So when that sweetener comes in, your body still reacts like there's been a spike, and it has an expectation of sugar but doesn't get the sugar. This creates all sorts of problems for your body. Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi, Diet whatever, is as insidious as the full sugar product. You need to start removing yourself, and the only sugars coming into your diet from fruit would be the primary source. Artificial sweeteners make you fat. They make you fat by increasing stress levels, they make you fat by increasing insulin levels, and it's not the actual drink that's making you fat, however it is the flow-on effect from that drink. Artificial sweeteners are no good. Number 2, electronic devices. The less electronic devices in your life, the healthier you become, guaranteed. When I see people going from their smartphone to their tablet, to their computer, to their TV, they're living a slob lifestyle and they're unhappy and they have no energy. Limit your time around electronic devices, in particular the TV. Remove one. Now, whether it's your smartphone and you downgrade to a normal conventional phone without all the bells and whistles, whether you decide that you won't use your tablet every single day because it's just getting in the way, or you decide to minimize your TV, drop an electronic device, and what will fill that space is called life. Number 3, pesticides. They are everywhere. So pesticides are in our food, they're in the air, they're in the environment. The best way to ensure that pesticides are removed from your diet is to simply buy organically grown produce. Pesticides kill and they create dis-ease in your body. Number 4, commercial cleaning products. I use baking soda and vinegar to clean almost everything, and it's an incredible natural cleaning product. Commercial cleaning products are industrial grade chemicals that destroy things. They destroy the grease. They destroy is the same sort of skin that they will destroy. They also are insidious in the way they sometimes break the brain blood barrier and get into your system. You have higher levels of these chemicals throughout your life, creating disease problems. Now, people often say to me, Brad, if these are all problems, why do we live to 80? Well, we live to 80. We live to 80 as a sick person. It's not about living to 80. And in fact, you go back and there's biblical stories of people living past 80. It's not about living to 80. It's about living the best, most fulfilling life that you can. Number 5, air fresheners. The air is fresh already. You can't. So what people are really doing is the stale air, or the air created by all the toxic chemicals that we have in our lives. We then cover up with toxic chemicals. Remove air fresheners from your life. They're full of harmful chemicals that get into your lungs and create incredible problems. Number 6, plastic food containers and bottles. This is particularly important for men, but also for women. When plastics break down, there are certain types of plastics in certain environments that mimic estrogen. And too much estrogen in a woman plays havoc, but too much estrogen in a man creates incredible problems because we're not assimilated to deal with it as well as females. There's other problems that plastic food containers create. Where possible, remove the plastic food containers. Eat food fresh. If you need to be using plastic food containers and bottles all the time, you need to ask yourself, why has my lifestyle come to this point where I can't sit down for a meal? Number 7, sitting in your chair. Now this is a big one. The World Health Organization has listed sitting in a chair for 8 hours a day as a similar risk of heart disease as smoking and drinking. I believe in the future that desk jobs will be paid incredible amounts of money, but no one will want to do them because they're a death sentence. If you're sitting for 8 hours a day, you might as well be chain smoking. You need to start getting out of your chair, whether it's a stand-up desk, go for a walk. If you're in an environment and you have to be in front of a computer for 8 hours a day because that's your job, that's okay. Take breaks. Not only will you be mentally better for it and get more work done, your heart will thank you. Number 8, drop the stress and anxiety. Stress is a killer and it kills you thousands of times a day until it finally takes you through heart disease. You have a short period of time on this rock, incarnate in this manifest destiny that you have within this body, and stress and negativity are pointless, needless, and they don't add any value to your life. And just drop them. Just refuse to accept them. When the brain tells you this person's acting in a certain way and you're getting angry at them, just drop it. It serves no value and it's a killer. Your health is your priority. No one else is going to look after your health. We believe doctors look after our health. I don't know, have you seen a doctor lately? They don't seem too interested in your health. They seem pretty interested in the drugs they want to prescribe you. And if that's not true, well, it's definitely true of my experience. You own your own health. You're responsible for your own health. Self-love involves a healthy lifestyle. If you love yourself, you must look after your body. It's that simple, and you'll become a better being overall once you remove these things from your life. I haven't asked you to go for a 2-hour run every single day, which I don't even recommend. I've just asked you to remove some things. The more things you remove from your life, the more simpler it is. The sun, the vitamins, the energy you need comes back to you. I want you to be the healthiest version of you, and I know deep down you want the exact same thing. Get onto it, remove these 8 things, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow. But until then, goodbye.